What's good? Welcome back. This is episode 5 of Roses. For those who are watching for the first time, I am a man called Jason, and this has been brought to you by #CelebrateLife, where you need to enjoy life while you still have breath. And that's pretty much the premise of these series, or this series rather, Roses. You know, a lot of people wait till the funeral to give people their roses, but I want to give people their roses while they're still living, you know? And so that's the whole goal, that's the whole premise of this series. And every week I tend to pick 3 people, 1 gal, 1 guy, and 1 couple. And I don't know who I'm going to pick until I hit record. So it's not one of those premeditated things. It's just, like that. For those who have been watching, thank you. Continue to share and comment and all those special things that come along with promoting videos. But anyway, this week, my 3 people. I'm going to start with Daria, Raiders wifey. For the guy, we're gonna go with my good buddy Lanny. And the couple for this week, I'm gonna go with the Rowekamps. Randy and Sarah. Okay, let's get into it. Daria, I met her kind of similar to how I met R. Michael Thomas. I think he was on episode 1 or 2. I gave him a shout out, but pretty similar to how I met him is how I met Daria, and it was through hotmessblog.com where it was that site where it was just petty. We was just being petty. And it was just a fun community that we had, man. And I met so many great people, and Daria's one of them. She has been consistently a Raiders fan. Matter of fact, I believe her screen name before I knew her real name, thanks to Facebook, was Raiders wifey this whole time, I think. Something like that. I believe it was. But anyway, it was Raiders related. Being that I'm a 49ers fan, I don't throw too much shade because we're both in the Bay Area, but, I can respect the Raiders, respect to them. But outside of sports, man, she's just been consistently down to earth, cool, supportive, the whole 9. I greatly appreciate her. She's very witty, hilarious. I love witty people. And all in all, man, I just think she's an all-around great person that I wish more people could meet. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to Daria. Next up on the list is Lanny. I met Lanny in Tulsa when I was attending Greenwood Christian Center, which is now Transformation Church. And Lanny, it was weird because the church at the time was predominantly black, but he was the white guy at the church. But he was so down to earth. It wasn't like he was trying to fit in or anything like that. He was him. He was just so authentic. And we all love Lanny for that. And I personally latched on to Lanny because his intelligence was underrated to me. I think he was one of the most intelligent minds that I've met. His insight on life and certain topics is just so underrated to me. Very wise man. I've learned a lot from him over the years and continue to learn a lot from him from time to time. And I just love his heart for people and his love and heart for God. And it's been a real honor to cross paths with him. Did I say cross paths? Cross paths. I am not editing any of this, by the way. But yeah, I miss him, and I wish nothing but the best for him and his family. And thank you for your leadership and your friendship over the years. Last but not least, the Rowekamps, Randy and Sarah. When I first moved back to Richmond, I was unemployed, and it took me about 6 to 8 months to find a job, because that transition wasn't as smooth as I would like to have been. But I'm glad that the transition happened. I needed to get back home. Most of my family didn't even see my kids yet, so it was one of those things that was necessary. But the thing about the Rowekamps was when I finally found my church home, and I went up for prayer for finances. I was expecting to get, hands laid on me and oil thrown on me and the whole prophesying of, money cometh and all that. But it was so practical. It was like, hey, let me hook you up. The Pastor Jonathan, shout out to Pastor Jay. He was like, let me hook you up with Randy and Sarah. And so he did, and they lead a class, Crown Financials. You guys definitely should check it out. But it was so practical, man. Like, I was expecting it to be real deep when I met with them one-on-one. Like, okay, I probably need to tithe. I know I need to do this, that, and the third. But it was like, no, you need to learn about budgeting and managing and what's your assets and liabilities. You need to learn about all of this, documented, the whole nine. It was basic things, but it helped me so much in a short amount of time that my credit score, just by meeting them and meeting with them and learning from them, my credit score jumped up at least 100 points. And it put me in a position to purchase our first home, which we did last year. But I could not have imagined it coming directly back from Tulsa to Virginia, where I was unemployed and really was making ends meet, and I was so much in debt. I didn't think it would be possible, and I didn't think it would be possible that fast, but they were a huge reason why that happened, and I'm so forever grateful for them, and not just for their financial advice, but just for their approachability and their genuineness, and they're just a very awesome couple that I'm so glad to have met and privileged to see, on a weekly basis. And I wish them nothing but the best. I really do. And I thank you guys for everything you've done for myself and my family. You are appreciated. So, well, that's it. I will check you guys out next week for another episode of Roses, where I will pick 3 more people. Technically 4, because I say that the third one is a couple, so it's 4 people, but whatever. All right, Roses.